my line fatter?
Fat lines.
You got a big fat line?
I got like fat silence.
Fat lines.
Like normally silence is skinny.
Do you need to take a minute to look at your fat silence?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just concerned with it out loud, but then asked if we want to fix it. No. Oh, cool. Right on.
Because technically the podcast hasn't started yet. Now would be the time to fix it.
That's true.
It's
Here's the point.
way easier to fix it before we record than after.
When I expand it, it's skinny still. But when it's normal size, it's fat.
Which do you normally record in? The skinny or the big one? Full size.
Well, usually it's small.
Okay.
You heard him say that and you said okay?
Okay, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Said it
Okay.
very reluctantly.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is number 46. My name is Geoff Ramsey. With me, as always, Gavin Free, Andrew Panton, Nick Schwartz, Eric Badur. How's everyone doing?
Meg is no longer an Andrew sympathizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said that.
Figured that was happening quickly.
I said that.
Yeah, Andrew predicted correctly.
I think that was a reasonable episode to come into.
I've been adding to a list of places that you lost her, including white chocolate is for assholes.
I don't even remember
Monkey
that.
movies are good, and wiping standing up.
Monkey movies are good is just she's wrong about that one. Not being good. Monkey movies are great.
Yeah, remember Project X with Matthew Broderick? That was a great film.
She was also really excited to listen to our watch along of Dunstan Checks In, and then I had to break the news that we never actually did that.
No.
Oh, we didn't.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I was talking to Meg over the weekend, and I asked her if she could just keep a list of all the things we said we were going to do that we never did for us, so that we could maybe revisit it at some point.
I'm trying, the Planet of the Apes movies alone. I mean, Space
Those
Chimps.
don't count. Those don't count.
What do you mean the Planet of the Apes movies don't count? They're the most monkey movies ever.
Of all the stuff that she said that she doesn't sympathize with you about or whatever, like she had like a change of heart, the monkey movie is the thing that's like really tripping you up, man.
Well, because I think it's the worst take. I think my other takes I could see, not like a monkey movies. It's crazy. That is the hill I will die on. MVP 2. The MVP 2 alone. Forget Dunstan Checks In. That's the watch along. Classic film.
What was the Amy Wants Raindrop Drink movie? That was with the white gorillas. The Michael Crichton's Congo. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Yeah. The Amy was the gorilla, and she drank martinis to calm down on stressful flights because she wasn't a good flyer. She called it a raindrop drink because she could do sign language.
My audio.
Oh,
What happened?
Uh,
I think my computer's falling apart. Hold on.
What? But we did a whole thing about how
So-
you said everything was fine.
So now I don't think that was in the episode. I feel like we probably didn't
No,
include
yeah,
all of
we
that.
gotta
Oh, it has
explain.
to. It has to be now,
Yeah, good job, Gavin.
We begged him.
right?
We begged him.
Yes.
And Gavin is the most technically adept of all of
Hey,
us.
especially after fucking Mario Party March today and how long we had to spend on Andrew's goddamn computer. Like, why are we?
It's
Why-
been weird too because Andrew's computer has gotten I don't know if you've noticed it, but it's gotten progressively worse every day for about 4 days. I thought
Yes.
yesterday was the worst, but today he just wasn't there.
just wasn't working.
Things are just getting worse every day. And then for Gavin on top of it. Wow.
I still think it's crazy that you reformatted it in the middle of the week on day 21 of Mario Party.
Because my computer kept blue screening constantly.
Test.
Oh, hey, look, he's back.
He's back.
You want to?
How did it go? How's it look? How's it sound?
Sounds fine. It crashed for a completely different problem.
Oh, what was your problem?
It said there's too much shit open on my computer, so it dropped out, and there's nothing else open apart from Discord and Audacity.
Uh-oh.
Could it be the million of files that you have saved? All the files you keep? All the things you like to store?
You think I store them on my computer?
Oh, you're storing them somewhere.
Yeah, on different drives.
Okay.
You're storing them. I know you got them just squirreled away, man.
I do. Gavin's a big file guy. He loves storing them files.
Well, here's a secret. You should also be a big file guy.
Nah, don't
You
need
should
it.
also have all the files
Don't
you've made.
need it. Don't need it.
We literally needed it for Face Season 1 and 2.
Well, yeah, because the company we work for got shut down. Do you think we're going to get shut down and then start over? If we get shut down, there's no starting over at this point.
What's it got to do with getting shut down? They were your files.
Because we lost the things. We lost the ability. We had to make a new feed, so we needed these files. We're not going to need a new feed again. Don't need the files.
The files were on my computer.
Okay.
You fool.
What's the difference between this and you not wanting to do a fucking 5 count at the end? It's the same logic.
Because
It's
one
in
is very
case of an
useful when we need
insane
files, and
scenario
one serves
playing out.
no purpose whatsoever.
Yours serves no purpose whatsoever. If we lose this, we're done.
That's
we're
like
lost.
saying, why is it when we stop recording, don't we spin around 3 times in our chair and do a little fart? Because it's pointless. It doesn't help the process in any way.
You say that, but if that was a file, you would back that fucking thing up until the end of time.
What do you mean if it was a file? What does that even mean if it was a file?
If it was a file, if it was something you could save, if it was something that was savable, you would save that shit until D-Day or
it was a
T-Day
part of
or
the
whatever the
show.
Terminators come. It's not D-Day. D-Day was a different thing. When would E-Day? That's that Gears of War. God damn it. One of the days that has a letter in it.
While we're arguing, I need to sync again at the end, Nick, by the way. While we're arguing, the whole Worms debate of how I knew it was a 6-player game.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
Was that a serious argument?
Of course it was.
What do you mean?
Because no, calm down. You don't understand the argument. The argument was that it's wild that you never brought up in a scenario in which we were sitting people out that we could all play. Not that I think we take responsibility for not knowing. We should have known that. But it is
Right.
wild that you never articulated
Correct.
No, it
that
isn't.
at any
And I'll
point.
tell you why. No, it isn't.
What?
The first time when we took over the Let's Play channel, right? It was Geoff, Andrew, Gavin doing stuff. We needed a 4th just to get someone in for Worms, and then Nick and Gracie didn't play.
Why not?
Didn't need that many people.
I don't.
What? Hang on.
I don't-
Wait,
I don't
Andrew,
understand what you're saying.
wait,
Are you saying that Nick was not part of-
Wait, Andrew, I want Gavin to keep going. I need to know what comes next and what the fuck he's talking about.
We didn't sit someone out. We needed someone to step in for the
That's
4th.
not true. Nick was part of it from the beginning. Eric was part of it from the beginning. There's a video. Just Nick and I doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre together. Just him and I.
Oh, I get
don't
that.
know what
But the first video of the new channel was Worms.
Well, the first video of the new channel was a Halo 2 thing that you and I did that you never put out.
That wasn't the first video. The whole point is it started as the 3 of
It
us.
was one of the first recorded ones. If we're talking
It
about
started as the 3 of us playing Worms. We needed a 4th because 3 is slightly
That's
too
fair.
many. Eric stepped in. Nick was fine sitting out. Gracie was fine sitting out, right? The next game of Worms, I wasn't there. So it was everyone else. 4 again.
there are definitely times where
Geoff knew that there were 5 people in Worms because he's been in a 5-player Worms.
So there's no proof that I have actually been in a 5-player Worms. The 5-player Worms that keeps getting brought up was Trevor on my account. That's been
Wrong.
debunked
There was
clearly.
a 6-player Worms that Trevor was on your account. There was a 5-player Worms where we were showing Fiona Worms.
Okay.
You're
Well,
in it.
you know what? I'll concede that I may have at one point in my life played one 5-player game of Worms across the 100,000 hours of video games that I played professionally, sometimes 6 to, 10 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week for,
I did that too.
about 2 decades.
I also did that.
And then I left about 4 or 5 years before you did, and you continued to be in multiple 6-player Worms videos. But that's not even really what I want to talk about. What I wanted to step in and say, I think this is guys, if everybody takes a step back, take a 10,000-foot view of what just happened, This was a superb act of deflection and gaslighting by Gavin to take us so far down the road, so far off the path of the original issue, which is that Gavin refused to fix his fucking computer problem before we started recording. And we literally and you're going to hear it because we recorded it, begged him to do it. Then his computer crashed. Then in the height of Gavin being at the wrongest of the wrong, he somehow flipped the script and is arguing a Worms issue from 5 fucking videos ago.
Oh, I just figured while we were arguing, I would argue about the thing I wanted to argue about. We can go back to me and my computer if you want, but just know this. Because we at no point in any of the videos I was in were we scrambling to fit a 5th person in.
You know, I think is interesting is Gavin likes to keep every file, but he doesn't like to upload them. That's what I think is interesting.
Yeah?
Keep them.
Oh, because I uploaded all my Mario Party files this week, but you uploaded an audio file that was just the game music instead of your voice. So
I did today.
what was that about?
Is that today? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, didn't
Did
we
I
have
do
to
that?
use Craig last like a few turns ago?
Oh yeah, but that's because my computer is failing, as we established.
I feel like what we can really point at and look at here is that all of the problems are Andrew and Gavin, and Nick and Eric and I are sitting back with our feet up, clean as can be.
Yeah, I got no problem not being the problem. That's never been an issue for me.
We had to mute you in a video this week because your mixer wasn't working.
You had to mute.
Shit,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got-
that's true. That is true.
That is.
You turned into a robot.
There you go. That's great. Well, so far, Mario Party March has been, I think, the 3rd time I've ever been late to anything for this entire company, and the first time I've had an audio issue. So, there
So
you
you're on
have
the
it.
board.
Also, Eric, you're not the only one who's been late. Nick is Eric. What? Who? What? Jeff? I was late.
You got there.
I was late, and also Andrew was late. So you're in good company.
I've seen people fumble their way through names before getting to the correct one, but never for their own name.
That was Jeff. Whoa, dude.
I couldn't get to Andrew, so I had to go to me.
Jeff was so busy pointing fingers everywhere else, they couldn't get him to come back around.
All right, I can be done arguing.
Yeah, I'm good.
But I wasn't. How do I know if I'm gatekeeping information? because all of the things that I know are the things that I know. How do I know what you don't know?
Ask us.
Well, no, it's just you were in videos. You've been in content with Worms in which we sat people out, and you didn't.
When?
The first one.
The first
Yeah,
one
you
we
kinda
did.
brought- you
First one
brought it up
wasn't sitting
yourself.
anyone out. It was bringing in a fourth.
No. When we're doing
Didn't you
regulation
talk about
stuff.
you talked about how Nick and Gracie sat out?
You said those words.
But you
those
were
are
also
your
sitting out.
I'm saying post.
You were sitting out too until we said we need a fourth, and you said I'll do it.
Oh, we could have had a 6.
Yeah, you could have
Could
had
have. We could have. But were we gonna put Gracie in Worms? She never played it.
Neither did Eric.
I had never played Worms.
Neither had I.
Nick had never played it.
Well, I think that was the argument. No one's played it, so we just needed
What
one person to
argument
step
are
up.
you making?
The argument was we weren't trying to squeeze 6 in. We were trying to get 4.
Jeff, what is he deflecting from now?
I don't know, man. This is like in the old days when Sal the stockbroker would call 2 Chinese food restaurants and have them talk on the phone and try to place orders with each other, and you just can't follow the logic of what's being said. I have no idea. I feel like Gavin's arguing against himself and for himself at the same time.
How am I supposed to know what you don't know? That's my overall point.
My point is that it's just you've been in videos in which we reduced the 4 where we didn't need to. When we started the regulation, I think the first
Nick
Worm
keeps saying
stuff
the
we did.
first one.
Yeah, the first
That we didn't
No,
do
no,
that
no,
in the
no.
first one.
And you're talking Let's Play. I'm
Yeah.
talking when we started regulation gameplay.
Oh.
Okay.
Those are the okay.
He said okay so fast. This
No,
is what happens.
I'm listening.
This is like talking to Nick at 100% eat. This is insane.
I'm pretty sure, and I haven't gone back and checked because this was almost a year ago. But when we're recording like the first Worms content for this channel, I'm pretty sure we only had 4 people and we had one person swap out based on like who died. There was definitely a system we made where it was either whoever was in last or whoever won had to swap out, and you were in those videos.
Huh.
And it's odd that you never vocalized it then, because you like to vocalize things. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think it can be very helpful.
Good thing. It's a very good thing. Very helpful.
All right. Well, when you provide me that video, I will.
No, I don't need to, because I'm not the fucking. You need to prove your innocence. I'm not taking you to court.
That's what we do on this show. The first thing we did was take each other to court.
You seem to have loved to have gone through every inch of this fucking case outside of now, where I've given you an area in which you could be wrong, and then you're like, you go dig it up. No, you finish your investigation.
But you're the prosecution.
I don't care. This is your case. You're the one that's arguing this. I'm willing to say that we should have known. I've always said we should have known. It just was also crazy that you never articulated it at that point. That's all I'm saying. And if you want, we can, when you save these files, we can review this in 2046. If you want to go back.
Well, that'll be that's after we bankrupt twice and we have to redo this again.
What would be the new name for Regulation Podcast if we bankrupt?
Third time's a charm.
I like Third Time's a Charm a lot. That's a great name on the fly.
Well, there you go. Let's fail here so we can succeed there.
That's perfect.
It's so awesome when these arguments happen. And again, I posted a slider. I'm at a 10. This episode's a 10 for me.
Yeah.
I love that. This is Sal asking if he can stay the night at Howard's house. Good to me. Like, this is, to me, these arguments are all timers. I'm having a great time. I love this.
But after Meg listens to this one, she'll be on my side on this one.
What I love about this, though, is when Gavin asks a question, he's presented with the answer, and then he says yeah or okay, and then the argument keeps going.
I just don't think I'm right. And for those who aren't on our gameplay stuff, this all came from played a game of Worms. One person was sitting out. I said everyone could play. It's a 5-player game, and I got yelled at for about 20 minutes.
Just because we didn't know.
Don't worry.
Which I think is bollocks.
You got yelled at. You got yelled at way more now.
Or if you would have just opened your fucking mouth 40 years ago.
Yep, that's it.
I opened my mouth the first time I thought to open my mouth.
Well, think better and faster.
No, I think the argument is that it is wild that was the first time in which you felt. Because we should have known. You're right. I agree with that aspect of it. We're all at fault.
Apparently in my 40, almost 50 years of life, there was about a 27-minute window where I was aware of this too. I should have definitely remembered that.
Jeff forgot that we were doing Mario Party March like on day 19.
He was at his computer.
I was editing so all right. And Gavin texted me.
Well, yeah, because we were all sitting in there going, where the fuck is Jeff okay? Where's Jeff?
I text Jeff the word where, and he replied, where what? And I replied, where you?
And I went, ah! And opened a different window.
Mario Party March has been crazy. It has been so much fun. It's also been the worst because I'm so sick of waking up. It's been brutal.
There's no break or relief.
No.
Nope.
And it's constant. But the turn, when it goes against you, and boy, has it gone against me, and has it gone against other people, you just spend all day thinking about it.
Nick, is that true?
I think about it from time to time.
Yeah.
Like, it just, you dwell on it because you can't, if something bad happens typically in a Mario Party game, you just go on to the next turn and you can immediately start work on digging out of that hole. But if you fuck up, and because we're doing it so early every morning, it's just your whole day. It's all you can think about. It's been such a fun way to play that game that I also never want to do again, at least at that hour.
No, we have to figure something else out. But at the same time, like, I just don't trust us throughout the day to like not have other things scheduled and whatever. But man, that early recording slot, what a jump start to your day.
Yeah.
Wow. You're just going now. It's crazy.
You guys don't like the idea I presented the other day where next year we do this again, but we do it twice, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. concurrent games running at the same time?
No. I don't.
Just double down.
I really like the 9 p.m. one. I'll sign up for that instantly.
I told my wife that this morning and she said, that's too easy. You should have to do it at noon and midnight. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm okay
Jesus,
with that
lady.
one too. Give me that one. Noon to midnight? Hell yeah.
You want to do one at... Okay.
Hey, are you okay? Hey, Gavin, you okay, man?
Well, I'm just trying to think of the time we did a podcast at the beginning and the end of the day. And it was awful, wasn't it?
It was a great episode.
It sucked. It sucked ass.
It sounded like Gavin was about to share information and then thought better of it because he didn't want to get in trouble for
Absolutely.
sharing it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Christ.
Thanks to Bear Mattress for supporting Regulation Podcast. Look, sleep is an important thing, right? And the way you sleep determines kind of how you go about your day. The first thing you're asking people, oh, how do you sleep? How do you sleep? I sleep great because with Bear Mattress, it helped me eliminate my problems at night with like night sweats and back pain and hip pain and things like that. Introducing Bear Mattress, designed with a focus on recovery, cooling, and pressure relief to upgrade your sleep and improve your overall quality of life. Get 40% off site-wide by going to bearmattress.com and using our promo code regulation. You take Bear's sleep quiz and it matches you with the perfect mattress. And that's exactly what I did. I got the Bear Mattress Elite Hybrid Soft. I sleep hot. I toss and turn. I have a lot of problems with my hip and back, but with Bear Mattress sleep recovery technology, it helps me fall asleep faster. I sleep deeper. I enjoy deeper rest, and I wake up more rejuvenated. Plus, Bear's best-in-class cooling ensures optimal temperature regulation. That's the name of the show, preventing overheating so you can stay comfortable. Look, I sleep hot. I toss and turn. Bear Mattress is the coolest mattress I have ever slept on. I need to like sleep on ice. That's just me. I'm that kind of guy. The mattress is delivered to your door, rolled up in a box, and is easy to set up. Of all these mattresses I've ever had, this is the easiest setup I've ever had for a mattress. I cannot recommend it enough. So go to bearmattress.com and use promo code regulation at checkout to get 40% off site-wide. This offer is not available anywhere else. You have to use our promo code on the very last page of checkout to get this discount. That's bearmattress.com and use our promo code regulation to get 40% off site-wide. Bearmattress.com, promo code regulation. Thanks, Bear.
Hey, speaking of information, so we are doing back-to-backs today, which I'll be honest, stressed me out yesterday because I was looking at my notes and I just have a section of dregs that I've just been pushing off. That's all I've got, like 4 little dreg notes. And I thought that could be my contribution to one episode, but I need to come up with some new ideas or something. I was laying in bed, just racking my brain. I couldn't think of anything, so I went to bed. And then the idea fairy came.
Oh.
And visited me in my sleep. And when I woke up this morning, I was vomiting ideas. I had 5 ideas at the same fucking time all at once this morning.
Wow.
To share with
like
you guys.
Like a freestyle machine of ideas.
It was like a little machine gun, but it only had 5 bullets in it, but the succession was rapid. It was like, even faster than that maybe.
Do they build or are they all like completely unique?
I'm going to I think you'll see. Can I share them with you guys?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
My first idea. You guys know dartboards, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a dartboard, it's round. You play the game where you try to get the dart in the middle or strategically around the edges. There's games called cricket. There's just but they're dartboard games, right? Why don't we have dart board games? Why does a dartboard have to be just a circular thing on a wall? Why can't it be much larger? Why can't it be like Candyland and you're throwing darts to go places on the board and then you end up, you're like, oh, I missed. I'm in the swamp. I got to go back 3 darts or whatever. Why can't we innovate on the dartboard itself? If people can put pickleball courts in their backyard, if they can build like fucking rock climbing walls in their garage, why can't you dedicate a wall in your garage to a dartboard that's wall size that you can create entire board games on? I think we can revolutionize the dartboard industry and darts as a sport in general.
I mean, you got a few dart things. You got lawn darts. You got the dartboard. You got the throwing balloons. Or no, you throw the darts, not the balloons. Now, what about that? What if you had to throw the
throw balloons at darts?
Darts.
I'm okay with that idea too. I just think that we did that thing as a culture and a society where we built a dartboard and we went, good enough. And then nobody thought to innovate. And it's just been sitting there. They've just been sitting there collecting dust in every garage in the world across the universe. people are ignoring dartboards, but they don't have to if we made them a fun shape and added new mechanics to the game. Think about it. That's my first idea.
We don't even need to add new mechanics. We can just say it has AI in it because that's what every major company is doing now. AI dartboard 2.0. What does the AI do? I don't know.
I don't understand why every company is fighting so hard after something that I don't know anyone who cares about.
Yes. Let's got an AI. Look at that. AI.
I'm sure people are using it. Just who are those people?
I can think of a couple people I know personally that are fucking in love with it. Talk about it constantly. You know one of them?
Having AI and stuff?
Yeah, and using AI for stuff.
I mean, even to this day, like you look at stuff like Siri, which is, I assume, over a decade old. I've never used it for anything other than setting a timer. So maybe I'm not the best use case for AI.
I finally used Alexa the way you're supposed to the other day, I think. I usually just ask her what the weather is, and sometimes I'll ask her to play a song. But yesterday, I realized I needed to descale my coffee maker, and I couldn't find the descaler since I moved. It's like one of those things you use twice a year, you know?
Yeah.
And so I thought, it's like $6. I'll just buy more. And I looked at my Alexa, and I thought, I bet I could just tell this lady to buy it, and she'll buy it. And I did, and she did. I just said, Alexa, she's in the downstairs. I said, Alexa, buy descaler, coffee descaler. And she goes, you purchased this on October 7th, 2023. Would you like to purchase it again? And I was like, yes. And then she's like, ordered. It will be here Friday. And I was like, why haven't I been doing this for years? I've had this lady in my house for like fucking 6 years now.
Well, you prayed to her.
That's true. I did pray to her that time. Anyway, so that was my first idea. Now I have 4 more ideas I'd like to share with you. Here's my second idea. Hot spoon. Think about it. An electric spoon that also heats your food up while it's heating up on the stove even faster. I thought it might exist. So I have another idea for you.
Wait.
Cold spoon. A spoon that cools things down
I haven't seen this.
electrically. When you want, like, say your soup's too hot and you're like, oh, it's too hot and you got to blow on it. Cold spoon. A decently cool spoon that you put it in that just cools things down so you don't have to blow on them. Or just slightly warms it up if your soup's a little too cold.
I mean, could that be done with just like a hollow spoon full of a cooling liquid that you just keep in the freezer?
Yeah, in my mind, it's done somehow with watch batteries and electronics. But yeah, it could probably be done that way too.
Interesting.
I'm going to take a step back and say, I don't know if it's the hot spoon. I think what I was thinking of is they made a spoon that makes things taste salty. It adds a sodium taste to
salt spoon.
Is hot and salt the same to you?
No, but I think I just went innovative spoon. But I'm trying to. Was it just
No, my brain went technology spoon, and I then immediately went salt.
Well, now I'm trying to remember if adding like a salt taste was a side function of the hot spoon. It was at CES this year. What was the spoon?
So I invented something this morning that's already at CES this year. I'm like 6 months too late.
That's so close.
But it sounds like they didn't bring a cold spoon out.
Salt spoon, CES spoon. Electric salt spoon.
Electric salt spoon
is a tableware type device that enhances the salty and umami taste of low sodium foods with the power of electricity. A weak electric current is passed from the tip of the spoon to the food to enhance the taste of the meal.
Nah, see, if it heated or cooled it, we'd be on to something.
But that's the type of spoon you want, Geoff, like visually, right? Like you want a tech spoon.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Does electrocuting your food make it taste more salty?
Apparently.
I guess so. And then
why don't we just have electric plates?
Yeah, is it too? What if it's too electrified? Do you think it would like it would zap you and but like you wouldn't get hurt? It would just be too salty. Oh, too salty.
I want food that when I lift it off the plate, there's a small arc.
Tangy.
What if it is like when you electrocute a pond in a video game? It's dangerous.
What if there was a condiment fork?
Oh.
So imagine a ketchup in a fork. You could stab a couple of fries. A little squirt of ketchup comes out of the fork.
Yeah, what if at the end you can squeeze like the tip? You like push on the tip and it squeezes a little at the front right as it goes in your mouth. So you get like the perfect amount.
And that way there's no soggy factor because you're putting ketchup on the chips right at the last minute.
I like this.
That's interesting.
Maybe we should get into the silverware lab.
Yeah, it sounds like we really should.
We made forks before.
That's true. We made some pretty awesome forks. I'm not giving up on hot spoon, cold spoon, and I like the idea of flavor injectable forks.
Now, do you sell canisters, or is it like that fork is what it is, and then you have to buy new forks?
It should be washable and refillable, I assume.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, Utensil Mate has come around, and it has Kickstarter. I just sent an image. Here's a link to the Kickstarter where they were looking for $18,000. Unfortunately, they only reached $2,900 on 54 backers, but this project did not reach its funding goal by August 19th of 2015. So we might be a little behind the times on this one. Maybe.
Everything, maybe it was an idea ahead of its time, and it just needed to be reinvented by the right people at the right time.
That looks horrific. That's a terrible picture with the hand.
It's a really bad mock-up of what that thing would be.
Yeah, we could definitely improve upon that. I don't think anything should be visible from the outside like that. I think it can all be done internally. But those all right, so those are my first three. So far, you got Dart board games, you got a hot spoon, you got cold spoon. Are you ready for idea number 4? It's a two-parter.
Yes.
The idea number 4, Nick, this idea is specifically for you. I think a lot about where we're going. Andrew mentioned earlier that we're going to go out of business at some point and then form a third time's a charm company. We've got a lot of tumult in our future, but at some point we will have all accrued enough money and success and age that we can retire. And Nick, I worry about you and your retirement. So here's what I'm going to propose to you. You move to Vermont, huge in the antiquing world in Vermont. You open up your first, this is a franchise idea I've got here. You open up your first antique store. You ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
You call it the Nick and Cranny, okay? After that's a huge success and everybody buys their antiques from the Nick and Cranny, you go 2 towns over, you open up your second shop. It's priced a little lower items, a little bit more accessible, as now you've made a name for yourself. A lot of people are going to want to come in and buy stuff from the Nick and Cranny, but they're not everybody's going to be able to afford it. So you're going to be able to send them to Knacks. That's your second store, your satellite store, where you're going to sell slightly cheaper stuff. That's my 4th idea, the Nick and Cranny and Knacks.
What about Nick Knacks?
I'm in.
All right.
Retirement fund.
And here's my 5th and final idea. I was reading something on a subreddit the other day about somebody bitching about how long it took the police to come to their contested fender bender, right? And they were just like, we're just sitting on the side of the road for like an hour and a half waiting for the cops to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this fender bender. And, typically these days you like exchange information and leave. But whenever there's like an issue and people are contesting it or whatever, everybody sticks around. And I was thinking about all those people. This happened to my wife in Houston a couple years ago. Some guy insisted on waiting for the police to come instead of exchanging information. It was a whole thing. And it took like over an hour of Emily's time. That got me thinking, you know what those people need?
What?
Those people need comfort food. They need an Uber that's specific for people in fender benders that are stuck on the side of the interstate in some weird mile marker that's hard to explain to an Uber Eats driver, that exists solely to bring food to people stuck in fender benders. We can make it chicken-based. We can call it tendrbendr, and we're going to make $1 billion.
I like tendrbendr a lot.
I like that.
Can it be spelled like that? TENDR? BENDR.
Yeah, this is 20.
Yeah, right.
This is 2025. We're not going to waste money on vowels.
Cool. Good. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And those are my 5 ideas, my machine gun ideas that all came to me the second I woke up this morning, and I'm very happy to have shared them all with you.
Oh man, I got a 50% off coupon on tendrbendr. God damn, I got to get into an accident. Shit.
It's not one of those things that you look to use, but when you need it, you need it.
So are they just driving around listening to the police radio?
They could be. Yeah, they could be. I'm open to ideas.
I like the idea that that's how they get you to join the app. They show up to your scene and are like, oh.
It's like an ambulance chaser, but they're chicken chasers, and they just chase fender benders with nice hot chicken tenders and nuggets.
Maybe if the food truck had a towing capacity on the back, it could be a double whammy.
Oh.
Then they could tow you to the main restaurant.
Yeah, what if you get towed into the restaurant?
Or what if you take a ride up front while your car's being towed and they just forcefully drive you through the tendrbendr drive-through?
It could be like a reverse food truck where the people stand facing outward and you're in the middle of it. It's like a drive-in food truck.
I like the idea of a drive-through that is on the passenger side.
I wonder if there is if there exists a mechanic shop or auto body shop or minor repair shop / sit-down restaurant. You go in, you pull in, you're like, I change my oil and bang out that fender, and I'm gonna go in and eat a chicken fried steak and have some iced tea.
It's a good combo. Hey, if you work in that environment, let us know. You're the one.
If you work in a restaurant or a garage and you think your business could be improved by one or the other, let us know.
Would you have to call it something that kind of fit both industries, like the oil can or something?
How does that fit the food industry?
Wait, what? Hold on. What? What do you mean?
The oil can, how does that apply to food?
You cook food in oil?
Okay.
Maybe it's if it's the olive oil can.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
No, you said that like it was so established. I was just curious.
I don't know. Name a food that's also used in cars. What do you mean?
Well, it was your idea once again, and this is not this is for you to prove and not for me to establish.
You don't want to do any of the work today.
No, there's nuts. You can do something with nuts. You
Nuts
eat
is
nuts.
good.
They're car nuts.
I knew my car nuts changed.
Dude, that's what it
Truck
is.
nuts?
It's truck nuts. It's truck nuts.
It's truck nuts.
we're selling truck nuts, but we're also selling truck nuts. This is awesome.
So it'd be nut-based food. It'd be like a vegetarian place.
It's this.
It's like a
It's this, but also cashews.
yeah.
So this episode's fucking crazy.
We could just do cashews on the back of trucks. What if it was also literal nuts? Truck nuts that aren't balls.
Should we get into designing? What would you call that?
The truck nut?
Yeah, but like, what would you call that decoration?
Like a
Like
bumper
a
art?
it's
Like a trailer, like a hitch decoration?
No, it's like a hitch accessory. Yeah.
Hitch accessory. Should we get into designing like hitch accessories?
Like a truck pussy?
No, I don't think anyone no one that listens to this show has a hitch on it. Like, it's not our audience, man.
Road
What's
flaps.
wrong, Nick?
No, nothing, man. Just a truck pussy.
It's mud flaps, but evolved.
Yeah, when I hear hitch, I think of the Will Smith movie.
I feel like there's a lot of people out there with truck hitches that just don't want, giant metal silver balls hanging from their truck, but they want to decorate it in some way, Maybe they're less crude.
Oh, yeah?
What the hell's that?
It's Will Smith.
It's Will Smith after we feed him some truck nuts.
That's the cover. That's the thumbnail for this episode.
Will Smith is allergic to truck nuts. When you search Will Smith hitch, this is the second image that shows up.
I've never seen that movie.
Me either.
We're gonna have to. That's something we're gonna have to be careful with is truck nut allergies when we open this restaurant.
You gotta be really careful.
I don't remember that, and I have seen that movie. That's horrific.
It is, dude. When you search Will Smith hitch, that is like the image that shows up over and over and over again. It's just his face all fucked up off our truck nuts.
Crazy.
Wow. Nuts.
Do you want truck nuts? No, I have a nut allergy. That's so stupid. What other truck food are there's not wipers or not a food? Glass.
What? Keep going. Keep going.
God.
Chairs.
Chairs?
Well, seats.
Yeah.
Just trying to think what's in the car. Tires. Candy tires.
Steering wheel.
Steering. Yeah. No, that doesn't work.
Glove box.
I've exhausted my ideas.
Blinker.
Blinker? Yeah, there's no candy named Blinker that I'm aware of.
I'm sure there's 6 in England.
There could be. That would be like Blinky Linky. Gavin loves him some Blinky Linkies. I asked Gavin what his what nationality his taste buds think he is, and I was surprised that he still thinks British.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's just what I grew up on, and I'll be honest, I think food in America looks better than it tastes.
I think that's America. America looks better than it tastes.
Yeah, I think that veneer is slowly coming off if you really kind of pay attention.
I was surprised because you eat American food every day, and you've lived in America quite a while at this point.
How long have you lived in America?
13 years.
Whoa.
Wow.
And you lived in England for 13 years also, so it's sort of even, right?
Yeah, 50-50.
I just feel like breakfast here looks tremendous, but it's rarely better than like an English breakfast.
I'm not even going to get into this.
Whole English is
No,
good.
no, get into it.
English is good.
Get into it.
You're fucking the beans for breakfast thing is it's like just like not a line I'm gonna cross ever. That's so nuts.
Did you do
You're
it though?
nuts.
Did you try it?
Yes,
pretty good.
It's no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
there.
But did you do it properly?
English-
like you?
What do you did
What's
I have
properly?
an English breakfast?
Yeah, but did you have it properly?
Yeah, like did you get a bit of sausage, bit of bacon, sort of run it around the beans, like get a good combo of everything in every bite? Bit of brown sauce, bit of daddies.
We're done.
Come on, put some daddy's brown sauce in your mouth.
The American
Daddy's truck
breakfast
nuts.
sauce game is lacking, and the bacon is very weird, and the sausage is in a giant patty. It's all everything about it is slightly off.
Well, first off, we have both kinds of patties here, or
Yeah.
both kinds of sausage. We have links and patties, and we have scrambled sausage. So we actually have more sausage variety here. I think that's ridiculous. And to compare crispy American bacon to any other bacon on earth is an insult. There is no comparison.
I agree. There's no comparison.
Is good just familiar?
Good familiar.
Does Gavin think it's good because it's just what he grew up on?
No, it's the way it
yeah.
tastes.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Yes,
But do you think that
that's what it
because
is.
it's familiar?
Because of nostalgia.
Well, I've had like a lot of food that I didn't have before my 20s that I think is also good, and it's not familiar.
Fair point.
That is a good point.
Thanks.
Listen. I think a full English breakfast is delicious. I'm into the tomato, I'm into the beans, the whole thing. But if you compare that to what I would consider to be the quintessential American breakfast, which is 2 eggs, however you like them, I'll take mine over medium, thank you. Toast with butter and jam, hash browns and bacon. I just don't see how it compares.
Yeah, I agree.
It's lacking.
When was the last
In
time you
what?
found a favorite food?
It's a bulletproof meal. There's no weakness there. Nick, be American.
Yeah, no, I want to hear what Nick has to say. I want to hear from Nick.
I don't know. Gavin really got me with the sauce game comment.
Huh? It's something to think about.
There's something to think about. Also, there is more stuff on the full English breakfast.
There's more stuff. There's more range,
More stuff. More range.
dynamic flavors, different textures and wetnesses.
You're advocating wetnesses?
Yeah, I'm
beans?
not even.
Love
yeah,
that
yeah,
wetness.
like what's the point?
Yeah.
You love a bit of wetness?
Yeah, I mean beans are wet. I don't want the beans to wet other stuff. That's why I use, as many people do, I use the sausage strategically as a little barrier between the bread and the beans.
I've never heard such a setup for a product that didn't exist. That's why I use, and then it was just I line up my sausages.
Sausages exist. You should go there.
Sausage?
What is this episode?
It's good. It's a lot of arguing, but like I don't know what about what.
I think we're just
it's great.
airing out our dirty
Yeah.
pillows.
I
I've
also
been
think if
pillows.
I
Did you
yeah,
say
airing out our
dirty?
dirty pillows, yeah, our crazy big dirty pillows.
Yeah.
I think like a Mexican breakfast is better, and like that's what I would
Yeah.
prefer too.
Oh, I
Now
totally
that-
agree,
yeah.
dude. You give me some
Now that
chilaquiles or
yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
Oh,
you
come
do like
on.
chilaquiles, with
Migas.
you do like huevos
Yeah,
rancheros.
Is migas a breakfast food?
yes.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal. I would go for
I've
that.
never had migas until I moved here, and man,
Oh my God,
it's,
dude.
it's not a thing. It's not a thing that I ever had. Huevos rancheros and stuff is like what I always had. Migas is so superior to like Man, it's incredible.
Is that Tex-Mex or Mex?
I think it's definitely more Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
chili quiles you get at Taco Rito, there are 2 locations. There's one on Burnett. I believe there's one on Riverside drive-through. Go get the chili quiles at Taco Rito. It is the best thing you will ever put in your mouth breakfast related. They are so fucking good. I'm a Migas fan, but these particular chili quiles are better than any Migas I've ever had.
Yeah, I just think that's like
That's
to
your
me,
that's your NFT right there.
that's to me that's like the breakfast that I would pick over all like this other stuff we're laying down.
Well, yeah, I mean, we live in the land of superior breakfast tacos. Obviously, we're going to go for that. Or kolaches even I'd pick over anything else. But if we're just going to compare what I would consider to be an American breakfast to a British breakfast. That's the nice thing about America. We got a lot of options, too. We didn't even get into waffles or pancakes. You know?
That's a great point.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I feel like you've posted this exact photo like 10 times throughout the history of this podcast.
Dude, doesn't this look great? Check out these mushrooms. They're kind of by these beans, and then we got like 3 hockey pucks if you want to take a bite.
And I got to say, it looks pretty dry, this plate, Gavin. Not a lot of liquids. I heard a lot about sauces.
The sauces hasn't been put on because everyone's got a different preference.
Yeah.
Sauce doesn't come on the plate.
Yeah.
I just mean those beans don't look all that juicy.
Well, they are.
Okay.
Gavin holds on to this
Can't
one
argue
photo
that.
and shows it like dudes that I was in the army with in basic training. They would have a photo of their girlfriend, which would clearly be a cutout headshot from the yearbook that they would just have in their thing. Like, this is my girlfriend. They would show it to you all the time. Like, she's really hot, isn't she? And you'd be like, yeah, she seems lovely. That's Gavin and this photo.
Yep.
They look a little bit too good to be true. Can I present to you an idea I've been working on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, it's oh shit! I went to paste it and it pasted a picture of a breakfast. Moron!
You are really hanging on to that breakfast, man.
All right, it's kind of gameplay related, but I thought we could potentially start a new series called
Ooh.
The Wheel of
The wheel of
Take a look at this.
Vidmaster Endure. Okay, so we got a bunch of achievements.
So it's just a bunch of very, in my opinion, difficult video game feats. And my idea was that we have to get together, we spin the wheel, and then we just have to do one of these.
What? And these are from like different what are these? Are these like different games or what are
Yeah.
these? I don't know what these
So,
are.
Halo,
7 Day
you got Dead
Survivor
Rising,
It's
Destiny.
Dead Rising. Flawless Raider is Destiny. No Point in Dying is Limbo. Go to Second Wheel is amazing. Mile High Club is Call of one Ultimate Defender is one of the ones we already tried in Graw. And Vidmaster Endure is in Halo 3 ODST. I've got a few of these, but they all take some. A lot of them take some real good co-op time.
Is 7 Day Survivor co-op?
No,
No.
and neither is the Limbo one. It's just we would have
Or
to.
Mile High Club.
Or Mile High Club, yeah.
Mile High Club, we could
Nice.
potentially all just try at the same time.
I think I've done 5 of these.
Until one of us gets it.
Yeah.
only
I've
one.
done a few of these already myself.
I guided you guys through Flawless Raider, but they patched how I would do that. So I don't know. I don't think that's ever happening again.
So are you saying that? I mean, I have this wheel up right now. Are you saying that we spin this wheel and see what happens?
I mean, what, like
Hold on.
actually start the series now and then film the main
Yeah.
bit another time?
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
like, let's start the series on this episode to say, hey, we're going to do this thing. Who knows when the fuck it's going to come out, but we're going to do it. And
Now, if it lands on a single player one, do we spin another wheel of all of our names to see who has to do it?
I like that idea.
Ooh,
Yes.
Now that's interesting.
The way I saw it happening was that depending on how many people are in that game, we would then spin the wheel that many times to get the cast.
Cast? Okay.
I love
like that a
this
lot.
idea. I
So
love
let's
this idea.
spin this first wheel.
okay, you ready? Gavin, are you ready for me to spin this
I'm
wheel?
so
Everyone's
excited.
watching the screen. We're all good?
I'm watching.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm rolling on.
All right, guys, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel to see
I don't like this.
what we're going to do.
Oh,
Let's spin that wheel.
Nothing on that wheel is fun except for go to second wheel.
And.
And
We have a winner, boys.
Holy shit.
Looks like we'll be making a second wheel.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you haven't made it yet?
You don't
Go
have
ahead.
to.
Oh.
You just said that there was
This
good
is
stuff
the
on the second wheel.
lamest thing that
You
could have
suck.
happened.
Boo.
I hate this now.
Boo. you.
That's how you ruin a wheel. God
You just
damn
said
it.
there's a
Not
lot of
even
good
ruin
stuff.
a wheel, ruin a series. I don't think I could have been more excited about whatever was coming next.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I said there was good stuff on the second wheel.
You said good stuff on the
He
second
did.
He did.
You said
You
that.
really hyped up the second wheel.
I said there's
really
good
did.
stuff on the second wheel.
Yeah.
Play the clip.
Good stuff on
You-
that.
Are you kidding me?
That was 3 minutes ago.
Oh, no. I said I said the second wheel is amazing.
Just-
Yeah.
yeah. I
which
mean, that's.
implies good stuff.
The second wheel is just our concept of the second wheel. We got to make it now.
This is
No,
ridiculous.
it's your. Damn. What?
Whenever we have like go to third wheel, we don't start putting stuff on it until we get there. Surely, don't
You
we?
presented. It felt like you presented it like you had a
I
really
think
good
if
second
you're
wheel.
presenting a series
Yeah.
that is wheel based, you have all the wheels.
Yeah.
It just felt like you really had a second wheel locked in, man.
Well, I'll be honest. It took me about 20 minutes to come up with the first wheel, so I didn't want. I assume we wouldn't land on the second.
Should we just build the second wheel together right now?
We can do that.
Come on.
Is that what we're doing?
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Because what Gavin
I don't know,
did is he said, you know what, guys, I've got a great idea. Let's all go on a road trip. And he showed us a car, and then he went, oh, I didn't put any gas in it. We don't have any gas in
It's
this
the
car.
equivalent of me saying, "Let's go on a road trip. Road trips are great, but I don't actually have a trip in mind."
And I don't have a car either.
So first off, we gotta have go back to first wheel, probably.
Why don't we
Okay.
just go back to first wheels?
No, we don't have to do that. Let's not hold on. We
I
have,
mean, you could have done that if you had made a second wheel.
I think we have one that's play Sloppy Joe's Bingo instead.
Okay.
Maybe one that's make Gavin do everything on the first wheel by himself.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible, but I'd give it a go. Also, put half a car on there.
okay.
Half a car.
Okay. Do you want me to have call Barbara?
Call small wife.
Okay. Okay. She's not. I'm gonna list these things out for her. She's not gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh, Eric, go to third wheel.
Oh, that's right.
Go to third wheel.
Okay.
I want Gavin has to beat Donkey Kong 64.
Oh,
Gavin beats
Yeah.
DK 64.
Donkey Kong 64.
but surely can't film all of that, can I?
Wow.
Sure we can.
It's not going to land on it, so it's
I
fine.
have to stream it.
Try.
Yeah, you can stream it.
What else would be on the second wheel?
Dealer. It could be dealer's choice.
Oh,
Dealer's
that's
choice.
spicy.
Who's the dealer?
We'll have to spin for who dealer is.
Spin
Yeah.
the dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we think that's enough stuff? I feel like that's quite a bit.
That's quite a bit.
You want me to shuffle it?
Yeah.
How many times do you want me to shuffle it?
Half.
Two for the second wheel.
1, 2. Okay. I think only 2 things moved. All right, guys. Are you ready for the second wheel?
Let's spin it.
Okay. And here we go.
Go back to first
Hang on.
Perfect.
Oh, go back to
Ooh.
first wheel.
Okay, let's go back to the first.
Damn,
All right, we're back to the first wheel.
Okay.
All right, are you guys
Now
ready?
the show's
for
back
the-
on. Now I'm excited again.
All right, and here we go. Spinning the wheel.
Spin
Oh God.
No!
Ladies and gentlemen,
No!
go to second wheel.
What's wrong with this?
All right.
What did you do to your wheel, Gavin?
How many times do you want me to shuffle this?
What's wrong with this wheel?
How many
Let's do
times do you
2
want me
more
to shuffle
times.
it?
2 more times.
1, 2. A lot of good ones. Here we go. And here's the spin of the second wheel.
Oh, God.
Gavin, why did you do it? Uh-oh.
Make Gavin do.
Do fur?
Make Gavin do first wheel activities. So now we go back to the first wheel to see what thing Gavin is going to do. Gavin, you'll be doing one of these activities. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I can't do
Here
a lot
we
of these on my own.
go.
Gavin, you might have to recruit.
I have to recruit. I have to
Yeah,
do a
we're going to have to
recruitment
spin,
wheel.
but it's the first
Wait,
one.
no!
No, Gavin has to do no point in dying.
Gavin is doing
in
no
Limbo.
point in dying. And if you guys can explain what no point in dying is, go for it.
I believe it's beat Limbo, right? Without
I have to
dying.
play the entirety of Limbo with less than 5 deaths.
Okay. Sounds
Wow.
good. I'm excited to watch this.
Have you ever done that, Gav?
Series.
No.
Have you ever tried?
I think it's the only achievement I'm missing in that game.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome, man.
Great.
Not for long.
Wow.
Not for long.
This could be an ongoing series where we just sort of like we kind of like grab time.
Completely in every aspect of this stupid idea, I've faced the shit out of myself.
You idiot!
Moron!
I feel like you just tipped the hand of the question I was going to ask. But now that we're post first episode of the game, how do you feel about your new idea?
I suck.
Oh, you better get good because you got to not die.
So what do we need to do? We'll just like next time we're going to be playing a game, instead of us playing a game, it'll be Gavin. It'll be Gavin playing. You say Limbo?
Limbo.
What is
It's going to
Limbo?
be like an 8-hour
It's like a little
recording.
arcade game.
Oh,
Summer
it's
of
the little
Arcade,
black and
black
it's like
and
the little.
white.
It's like the Shadow Scary Boy game.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you're fucked, buddy.
Yeah, and the little
Maybe-
freaking worm goes in your head. Or is it a
Yeah.
worm or like something else?
I don't know. I guess
I
we're
don't
gonna
know.
find out.
Yeah,
I never
you
played
get,
that
like,
game. It
a-
looked too hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. And there's,
Yeah, that's why I
there's a
didn't
bunch of
fuck with
traps
it.
that are just like total FU traps that you have to know about.
Yeah.
Do you know
It's
about
definitely
them?
gonna take a little bit.
Not yet.
Sweet. It's gonna be a good series.
Got to put bear traps down to like hit spider legs.
Isn't it only like a 3-hour game?
It
though?
is
It's
very
pretty
short.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do it in one sitting.
Yeah, just one stream.
that is
do it on,
kind
you can
of
do it on
the way you
Friday.
do
We'll
it.
watch. Yeah.
So is that what we're doing on Friday? We're gonna do that.
This is such a backfire.
Friday that
What do
this
we meet
comes
on
out?
Friday? We got like 8
Well,
things
yeah,
to make on Friday.
I'm trying to make room for your idea, Gavin. I'm sorry. Sorry, man.
You don't have to
I
do
really
all of my
apologize.
ideas.
I really apologize that I was trying to make room for your idea, dude.
Let's start with this one.
I'm so glad that it wasn't Flawless Raider because we're just not getting that.
Yeah, don't
That one's
punish
just
us
not
for supporting you
Why not?
and your creativity.
Because they changed how we did it before. You can't do it that way anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like they updated that raid. They took away a lot of those cheats.
Oh, shit.
So we just would have never completed that.
Well, it's surely still doable.
Not by us, though.
Not by us. A whole raid without dying? No.
Gavin, have you seen us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
We'd have to set a new standard of it of like not a continuous run. Like complete each section individually at some point in which we didn't die.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, one of us can't even beat Limbo without dying 5 times. Now all 4 of us are going to beat a raid without dying once.
I think as far as what you could have landed on, that was probably the easiest of them, Gavin.
Yeah, but I was just bummed that it was only me.
Well, yeah, that was this. You should have built out the second wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Yeah.
We'll all be there, so it'll be all right.
Once again, though, a lot of these are only single player. Mile High Club, single player. That would have been just you.
That one, I just envisioned all of us doing it.
Oh, simultaneously?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like, it's like arcade mode. It's very quick resets.
It could be a fun thing where, like, once you're done, you can just leave the recording.
Oh my God. So, like, it's not first one to do it in the video's over. It's last one to do it in the video's over.
Yeah, it's not done until
That's
every single
awesome.
one does it, and you're
Let's
just
remember
done.
that.
That's so funny.
Let's definitely remember that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It would be so. Just being the last one would be so sad.
Speaking of that, what was the idea we were talking about the other night, Eric, that we were going to remember where everybody puts in $100, but only one person loses?
So we had an idea for if we were doing like Mario Party again, it would have to be a 5-player game, whatever it is, and just doing it over time this way. We would all pick a valuable item of some kind that we each like personally like. We would put them all in one place, and then this 5-player game, if you finish first through fourth, you get your item back. But if you finish dead last, your item is destroyed in front of you.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That also could be a fun thing with the wheel, where you don't know what place is losing their item until after we spin a wheel. and then-
Wow.
Oh.
Imagine it's first and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Oh my God.
Everybody's fighting not to win.
Mhm.
That's a really interesting mechanic.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of interesting, and Friday being a busy day, we need to talk about this briefly if you don't mind. We're going to record Birth Year Movie Ranker on Friday. I'm good there. But we're recording the Moon Ranker supplemental on Friday, and I if I could just get a refresh on what constitutes, like what a Moon Ranker is.
There's aspects of the moon, moon stuff.
But it's not a draft.
I view it as a draft.
I mean, we're drafting these moon things, and then we rank them.
Is it like moon, not moon?
Okay.
No, I mean, well, I don't know. What do you think rank moon stuff?
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for it to not be clarified and see what everybody brings.
It's tomorrow. The moon, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can grab. I don't think the moon itself, like the actual moon, you can't draft.
So it's moon, not moon.
No, because you can get other moons. It's just that our moon would have to be off limits. Like our actual moon is off limits.
Earth's moon is off limits.
Earth's moon is off limits.
But
as
indoor
like an item,
would be fine.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
You're ranking that. I just think that like in terms of a moon ranker, moon would have to be number one. So we have to eliminate it from the pool. Like it's the thing that we are doing it around. So you cannot pick it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's it. That's moon ranker. Also, I definitely think that it's just, moon ranker sounds like moon raker, and that's mostly why we're doing this because it's a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
Jimmy Bond in moon ranker.
Yeah. So there you go.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the elucidation. That helps me out a lot.
Sure, man.
Shall we wrap this episode up?
Yeah.
Because we got more stuff to do. We got another episode we got to record.
Yeah, I got to watch some guides on Limbo, apparently.
Yes, you do.
Who here has the achievement?
I tried for it, and I didn't follow through.
Andrew's the best gamer we know, too.
I looked
that
at
sucks.
it.
Interesting. So if anyone wants to play alongside me and work on this as a little
Well, I don't want to go
team.
against the wheel, so I'm going to respect the wheel.
Yeah, I think if anyone in the audience wants to go alongside Gavin and do this also, I say go for it.
Okay. If it didn't land on Gavin does it by himself on the second wheel, then I would gladly do this with you. But
it would be disrespectful to the wheel.
It would be. Gotta honor the wheel.
Imagine if the series couldn't progress unless I beat Destiny Raid solo without dying.
God. Well, there you have it. Thanks for listening to this episode. Check out the Patreon. Check out Mario Party March, which is coming to a close as the release of this episode. We're getting near the end. Incredible stuff. By the time you hear the next episode, it will be over. However, we will have not done it because we have to double record this episode this week. So who will win Mario Party March? It's a mystery even to us. Patreon.com/regulationpod. You can check it out over there.
Bye.
You're going to say something. Oh, okay.
Well, I was going to say you'll know before we do, but then it didn't really, that didn't seem important.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it seemed
so then I
either.
just pivoted to bye, but then
I liked it.
Yeah,
that
it's
seemed
like
to throw
worse.
everybody.
Yeah,
but a bye
yeah,
is
yeah.
that is how you close out.
Bye.
Well, we'll see you next time.